Hello VC, it is I, Dean, shoot a glorious video for you all. Yeah, hope you can understand what I'm saying. Right, let's get on with it. Mr. Robert Z had a question about what makes it successful vinyl community channel and why we, or say members that we subscribe to, what we find to be a good channel and why we go back to it. So this is the second time I've done this, because the last time I did it I kept saying a lot, and I have said it already a few times. I noticed this, and the reason I'm doing it again is because it started to even piss me off that I kept on saying it. On my tongue! It's like one of those things where you see a footballer on TV and they're not quite sure what to say, in their pause they automatically go or, you know what I mean, or you know. I have these times where I can't figure out what I want to say, but I'm trying to process something and trying to remember what it is, and I'll say and I do it a hell of a lot. I've got to try stuff. So one thing not to do in a YouTube channel to make it successful: don't piss people off by going a lot. There you go. 2 minutes of waffle, will carry on. Mr. Robert Legend, nearly did it again. Your questions. There you go, I've done it again. Crap! Right, what makes a successful YouTube channel? I think it's all about placement. Having a personality. I'll try and keep them down, I promise. If you come across as a likeable person, which I think most people in the VC are, if you're going to be an arsehole, no one's going to watch your videos unless they want to watch a video of being an arsehole, which isn't the VC. That's just people trying to wind other people up, trying to get material to wind other people up. You're going to get trolls in everyday life, people that try and troll you and get a kind of a response from you, but best to let them pass you by. So you generally think you'll be a likeable person, get on with people, understand people's point of view, and talk about general things that are usually popular. I mean, you can get away with certain things, but I think if you focus on a genre, you're only going to be as successful as the people that are interested in that genre. So if you've got a very broad spectrum of music, or a reasonably broad spectrum of music, I think your channel is going to be quite popular. But I think it's what I've said before is discovery. For instance, my main thing is, if you know someone, or not even know someone, but if one or two of your subscribers are quite big in terms of their subscriptions, so talking an LJ or a Mr. Robert Z, or Brandon Hall of Fame, or Craig Zappa, things like that, you're going to have success rate, a bigger network as such. For instance, I've said in a lot of my videos, if you do a contest and you've got the right people respond to your videos, these people who subscribe to you, who have lots of subscribers, your video and your channel will spread much quicker, faster, than if you're just in a small network of people. So my, could you have it as an example or something? Dark side of the Zoom, his rise in terms of subscribers, I think has been very successful. He's got the right people, interacting with the right people, not that he's done it particular, but the right people have found his channel, and when he did a contest, the right people responded to his channel, and all those people that respond will have their subscribers. So it's like me, if I respond to his channel, one of my subscribers may see that I respond to that channel and check it out. Obviously me doing a video is not very advantageous to him, other than the pleasure of having the video from me. But if you've got say Maggie, Willow, or Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, or LJ, or Mr. Robert Z, people like that, you network a lot quicker. So instantaneous is like Maggie, not it's not been in the VC long, been in VC less than me in terms of time, and it's sort of that connection with Brandon, and I mean in no way that Maggie wouldn't have had success on her own in terms of subscribers, because her videos are fantastic and people would subscribe anyway. But I think it's the network of toing and froing with Brandon and all of Brandon's people, Brandon's subscribers checking her out and seeing the video and liking the video and going on there, and it's just like an explosion. So I think it's that kind of thing. If you know anyone who's had a subscribers contest, you've seen certain people. Maggie did a 100 subs contest. I think by the time she finished the 100 sub contest, she was most probably over 200 subs. That kind of thing. I think that can vary the success a lot. I don't think it's be all end all, because obviously Maggie's a very likeable person, very excitable, very much appreciative of what the VC does and what she gets from it, in terms of finding all different types of music, and it's not many people you're going to get that when her birthday came up, Brandon obviously sent out feelers, and a lot of people put money in to buy her bits and bobs for her birthday. You're not going to get that for many people in the VC. So I'm not saying that it's association completely based on association. Maggie's popular because she knows Brandon. That's what I'm saying. Maggie's popular because she is Maggie, and Laura Carr is popular because she's Laura Carr, and Mr. Hall of Fame is popular because he's Mr. Hall of Fame, and these people subscribe to them because they want to watch their videos. I think it's just that your video can go a lot quicker and spread to a lot of people if you get a response or two from someone who's got 2,000 subs, and all of a sudden 150 or 200 people of that channel go, wow, I don't know this guy, let's watch his video. So I think that's the main success. I've stopped noticing if I've been saying or not, so hopefully I haven't. I apologise if I have. But that's my there we go! That is my, I thought a football team was scoring again. But that's my take on it, my 10 pence worth. I think a lot of people can get a bit stop it. A lot of people can get fucking hell. Someone shoot me. I think the VC, a lot of people can get not upset, but you know, if someone doesn't like you, oh, why? Why don't you like me? Why don't you get on? Why am I not doing as well as someone else? And you gotta remember, it's each to their own. I'm doing a contest at the minute, and even though I've got 100 subs, I've not had many responses, and I can take that personally. But you know, each to their own. If people haven't got time, people haven't got time. I mean, normal life comes first. Real life is always more important than anything else. But yeah, I think my point will most probably be is if I could use a reference for it without using anyone else but myself. My channel creeped up to 100 subs eventually, and I decided to do a contest. Since I posted the video of the contest, I've most probably had a few more subscribers, but not necessarily many. So you're thinking, haha, you see, his plan is flawed. What he's saying is a load of crap. But I have subscribed to Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, for a while, and in chance of seeing a video of his about a DAC he had, he was having problems with his iTunes. I thought I'll reply to that. I had a similar problem with one of my other things, and I think it was my laptop was being a bit funny of iTunes being open when plugged it in. When I plugged it in, and it just wasn't working. So I was getting sound from the computer, you know, the bongs and the bits and bobs like that, but I wasn't getting the music from iTunes. So I could play something on YouTube, a music video, and it would work. On iTunes, I was getting no luck. It's simple. I just turned it off and on again, almost like a computer thing. Just closed the program, started it back up, and hey presto, it worked. A little bit of advice I sent to Brandon. He sent a video back, and it was like, to start off with, I thought it was almost a sarcastic message, saying, "Oh my God, you know, I didn't think about it. You're so stupid. Shut up." But it was actually like, "Oh my God, it was something that simple. I can't believe it was that easy." So that in turn led him to look at my channel, which then he's seen a contest video, which he has then now done a video to, and I can't remember, I think it was 100 plus people had seen his video within so many hours, and you go from there. And when I checked the views on my contest video, it had gone up by 30 by association. These weren't 30 people that I don't think just all of a sudden that subscribed to me decided to watch my channel overnight. It was that association that Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, has replied to my video, and he said my name, and I'm doing it for this contest, and then those people have watched his video and gone, who is this guy? And then obviously they've seen my video and gone, well, he's fucking useless, let's not do anything. Well, you know, we'll see. But that's my take on it anyway. Random tangent, you know, you're looking at this now thinking he's 14, nearly 15 minutes in. Believe me, last video I was 20 odd minutes in before I got to this point, and there was a hell of a lot more ums in it. Carry on. My channels and who I most probably watch a lot of. Made no secret when I started in the VC that two of my favourite channels were Pudsey and LJ. For the simple fact, I think where I was music terms, I believe people have patterns and changes unless you're a one trick pony, unless you listen to one thing all the time. I strongly believe people have patterns. So I'll go from angry music to say rock music to metal to singer-songwriter to something like Nora Jones, sort of a jazz-based thing. And I will have different musics for my different times. So when I'm at home, I listen to very different things to when I've got my Walkman on or my stereo going to work. I will listen to a completely different type of music on the way to work. When I'm on my way to work, the music I'm listening to is usually more up-paced and faster and some of the angrier stuff. It's basically to psych me up for my day at work. Not I need it, but I think it gets me in a more. If I've got any anger or anything like that, I do believe that de-stresses me. So when I get to work, I'm ready. I'm ready to go and go from there. When I'm at home, I'll listen to completely different things. Sometimes that will come into it, those kind of things I've got, but it's not like an only limited to that thing when I'm at home. So when I found Pudsey's and LJ's channel, I was very much in a rock or metal kind of situation. And as I've said in the past, I think my music diversity was quite narrow or not consistent when I was growing up. One of my favourite bands is Oasis. I had first two albums. After that, I sort of lost a bit of track and didn't really buy anything. I did go to the music store. It was that music connection with the music shop that would be like, new albums coming out, and I'd buy it. But I sort of lost that for a while, so I very much sort of miss and mash a couple of albums here, a couple of albums there from different people. Even though it's like REM and U2, things like that, as the time's gone on, I've sort of drifted in and out. I don't even know when they have a new album out or something like that, which is kind of bad. But then that'll show you how my past was. So, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Who, Jam, Clash, all these kind of bands to an extent I really had no strong dealings with. So I got some of the CDs, maybe listened to some of the tracks, but I hadn't really gone that way with them. And sometimes it was just their ignorance more than anything. I think my record store guy would say, "Here you go, take this." I had a copy of Def Leppard's Hysteria sitting up there for the longest time. Never really listened to it. It's now one of my favourite albums. It's like cherry picking tracks I used to do a lot. Try not to do that anymore because you miss the story of the album. I had Sabbath, never listened to it. Led Zeppelin, never listened to it. The amount of albums I've most probably found now thinking, well, actually, I've seen this on a video. I've got that. I can't believe I've got it and I'm not listening to it. So they opened my eyes up a lot to a lot of music that was out there initially, and I'll freely admit that I binge watched Pudsey's videos pretty much back to back and went through all of his stuff as writing stuff down and checking them out. And the same with LJ. With anything that I didn't know about, I would at least have a check and see if I could find anything and listen to it. And I think I like both of those two, and there's very similar in terms of because they both got on, so it was an easy transition from one to the other, and because they always responded to each other's videos, the link was simple through YouTube as well. So LJ Pudzy, I think were my first to say true loves, but my first channels that I checked out religiously, and went from there. I think Brandon, obviously, with the Hall of Fame, his I think his general knowledge and vast collection almost. I mean, I like his apartment. I like the way it was all laid out. That got me. It's like not so much as it was a record store thing, but it's just a huge area that he had to have, almost like a normal person's limitless space. I suppose with the styles of apartments in America. I mean, in the UK, it's very much segregated into rooms. With you going into maybe more of a lounge diner now, but with some things like apartments, some huge areas that American apartments have, and I know it's not all, I know it's not stereotypical, but some people just so much space to have that kind of thing, and it's obviously if it was a case of wife, kid, and things like that, obviously it most probably be a completely different matter. With things being dictated along those lines. But it's general knowledge that Brandon has about any music that he puts his mind towards. But he's also humble and he knows he doesn't know absolutely everything, and there's a lot of music out there that he will still be discovering. And it's just his joy in his videos to spread, the word of what he's basically discovered. So I do like it for that, and his just selection is so broad, and his music tastes vary a lot, like mine. Listen to anything soul, rap, jazz, all the way through, to rock, metal, pop, and 80s, and all those kind of things. And I think as on a spectrum, I can almost watch his videos and relate to any of the things he's showing and get something from it, which is what the VC is about, learning about new music. We go from there is obviously Mr. Robert Z himself, the Grandmaster. He's I think Robert's knowledge of the music he likes is most probably second to none. He's a box set quality guy like me. He loves box sets. I love box sets. He has an outrageous collection of things. Ooh. Sorry, Robert, it's not you. You're not boring, believe me. But his whole thing about the MoFi and him wanting to find copies of things different, he's willing to spend the money on, and I'm very much like that. I think if I can get a box set or something that's a better recorded, like a 200 gram audiophile version of something from one of the more reputable pressing productions and things like that. I mean, I've got my eye on the Nora Jones and the Doors. Is it analog work? Not analog works. Analog seduction, but it's they're a pretty penny. Put it that way. They're obviously the Nora Jones I think is about 200 odd, 300 quid, and the or 200 odd, and the Doors one is about 300 plus. And it's that kind of thing. I'm very much into my hi-fi, and I know a lot of people aren't, and it baffles me a little bit. Um, not in a negative way, but a music lover or music person that loves music that says hi-fi doesn't matter. I truly don't believe they've been exposed to what the difference pieces of hi-fi equipment can make to their listening pleasure, basically. You don't have to spend a lot, and I think it's not all about that. I mean, I've spent big recently, and not as big as some. Um, you've got some people in the VC, and their turntables will cost more than my system. Their cartridge on their turntable will cost more than most people's system. Um, it's. But I think Robert he likes that quality to be there, which is very much like me as well. If I get a better pressing of something, I will do. I'm sorry. Um, I think after that you've got Craig. It's Zappa. That's the numbers at the end. I can't remember what your numbers are, mate. But Craig Wells. Um, Again, kind of tied to LJ. Brother from another mother, little brother, big brother combination. I do believe it's most probably the Thai why I like him so much, and his musical tastes again are very what I'm at the moment. He's put me on some great stuff just through his videos. Tigers of Pantan, which I think again was association with LJ, and the conversation they were looking to introduce me to that band, and I like the fact that Craig will almost be brutal if he thinks you should have listened to something, or you should have had something, or if something sucks ass, he is brutal about it, and he will tell you if something sucks, and he will tell you if something's amazing in his opinion, and the general thing is the fact he knows what he's talking about. So, and he'll tell you suck if you don't have something that he believes is fantastic. So I like Craig's channel. It's very good, and for him to have as many subscribers as he does, and he does ramble like me, and he does do 20 odd 30 odd minute videos. Oh god. But subscribers love him, and they go back and watch and watch and watch. So you've got to be entertaining. You've got to be liked, and have a general census of people enjoying what they're watching. For so many people to sit there for half an hour plus and watch your videos. So Craig, and basically all my BC brothers in the UK. So you've got John Staffhouse, Daniel, Advent Chronicles, Dino Violent Times, and Will Mod Central. And if there's anyone else I've forgotten, I'll make sure. Generally the main ones I know of. I think what it is, it almost highlights that with Will, and I suppose with Dino as well, the time of my growing up and the music that I've most probably forgotten that I still appreciate, and I need to sort of address it and get back into that kind of thing, because that music's always been good. And again, it's almost like a passing by. So yeah, that's my 20 minutes now of rambling on, trying not to say getting angry with myself a lot, and yawning repeatedly towards the end. I hope we're nearly done there. I hope that satisfies your lust for feedback, Robert. Yeah. That is basically for you. You're a legend in the VC. You're such a nice guy. You're humble. You appreciate what anybody does for you. Hey, yawn. Easy for you, Robert. I can't say that's bad, isn't it? Only yawn's hard for you. You're not tiring. Me tired. You're amazing. So basically, you know, you are the top. I would say one of the top dogs in the VC, Robert. I've never seen anyone take so much effort into almost like charactering it up for someone's video in the different things that you just have no remorse in opening our eyes to crazy things that you do, and us having to live with the vision of you after that. In your costumes, I think you must have a wardrobe of props somewhere. And another thing I love about your channel, Robert, I love about you, is your birthday videos. Fantastic. You go through, you pick music out, you play it through. I've seen the one you did, LJ. LJ? Pretty sure it was LJ. Yeah, it was LJ. Fantastic. You know, you put the effort in, you get the effort out. I think every single one of your subscribers thinks a lot of you, Robert, and that's why they keep on watching you, mate. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate.